Hello everybody, how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Right guys, I just wish to thank you again for all your wonderful comments about the silver and grey wreath and white that we did yesterday. It's very kind and heartwarming of you, and I'm very touched by your wonderful comments. I also had a comment from a lady called Lorraine. Hi Lorraine, I hope you're watching, and it's great to have you on board. She knew that I was, as I stated, that I was doing a garland for my own house in emerald green and gold, as I've done the tree topper for it, and I've also done a wreath. She did ask if it was a bit cheeky of her if she could have a look, maybe to give her a few ideas. Well, I've got it here because I don't place it on my top of my fireplace until the 1st of December. There's some people over the road here who've already got the Christmas decorations up, but I like to do it on the 1st of December. So I'll just grab it so you can have a look. It is quite long and heavy, so we'll just grab it. And again, it's in emerald green and gold because that's my colour scheme of my Christmas decor in my home. So here it is. As you can see, it starts there and it goes all the way along to there. So it's perhaps like that, if I do it like that. I've got velvet emerald green with gold edging, ribbon and a gold ribbon. I've also got the emerald green poinsettias and some gold magnolia in velvet as well. I've placed on some Christmas ornaments down the sides. I haven't put any on top because I've got my ginkgo leaves, I've got my wild lilies, I've got gold fern. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, and obviously the gold ribbon. With the gold ribbon, I haven't just placed them in the centre. I've got the green poinsettia and put 2 big ribbons at the side, but on each end I've placed just 1 loop of each colour on each end as well, as you can see, just for the finishing touches. So that is and I've added in some pine cones as well, and mountain pine and some elm leaf, conifer. What else have I added in? I can't really, not really a lot of different greenery, and some flock leaves as well I've placed in. So that's basically all I've placed in, but I've put a lot in, so it is quite weighty. But I do buy garland hooks that you can stick on. You can get them back off after Christmas, peel them back off, but it's just so that holds it in place because this is really weighty. So that, I hope that you like that, Lorraine. Again, that will sit in here till it's time to sit in my house. And I've taken my sister her swag last night. She absolutely loves it. So hi sis, if you're watching. She's terrible, guys. I warn you now, she is terrible. I went to her last night and we always have chat all the time. We're non-stop chatting. My mouth is not happy unless it's moving. And she gave me this little ornamental stand. It's an antique, and she wanted me to put a little arrangement in it in deep red colours. It's not a Christmas, it's a arrangement. It's an all year round arrangement. So I'll just show it here. It's not big. She didn't want it large, but look at that. It's like a marble. It's very heavy. And it's got a round, like a dish at the top where I placed in the foam, and it's got a lady hugging this. I don't know if it's supposed to represent a tree, but she asked for deep red, so I've placed her in deep red ranunculus one deep red rose in the centre, and some mini deep red hydrangeas with some spiky fern, some white astilbe, some of this foliage as well. What's lovely, it's like cat's eyes. I love it. And obviously some ivy and some lotus leaves as well, with a little bit of a white flower. And then this, what I've newly purchased, and I'm using it in today, and I'll show you it. So that's my sister's. I've sent her a picture of it. She wanted it to sort of like the style to blend in with the actual look of the stand. And I think the lady is just standing underneath like a beautiful tree with the deep red flowers, and it's lovely. So that's my sister's. And again, like I say, she's a naughty girl, my sister. She's even wanting me to do her a garland now. She's changed the colour of her decor. She can't wait till next year. That's why she's doing it this year. So she wants a garland and a tree topper doing. You naughty girl. But I don't mind doing them for her. So anyway, today I'm going to be sitting down today because I'm going to do, oh, it's got all glitter on, an arrangement in a plastic floral tray. I've placed one block of dried foam, covered it in wreath wrap, and then placed in some pot tape to hold it in. I've placed this pine tree on it. I've glued it in, well, glued it on top of the block of foam, but then I've also placed in some pot tape over the wooden part at the bottom, just to keep and give a bit more extra strength and security. So that's what we're going to use today. I want to do a little bow because it's going to just be in traditional colours. So I want to do a bow. I can't make my mind up if I want the bow on the end trailing down, because I don't want it finishing here. I do want it slightly trailing. I have got some ivy that I cut off a garland, so I do want that slightly coming over the edge. So I may incorporate the bow on this side here. And I've also got a poinsettia I've tried to prepare everything. I've cut down a lovely velvet red poinsettia with glitter and sequins, and I may want to place that there, or I could place it on the other side as well. We'll see as we go along. So I've also got some conifer. I cut a few off of a few new bunches, and this is what I used in my sister's, guys. I ordered about four stems of it. It's very bushy, and oh, it's beautiful, so realistic. It's absolutely fabulous. I don't know what the leaves are. I'll have to research that, but you can get it in different colors, but I wanted the green, especially when it comes to Valentine's Day, spring and summer. Then you've got a lighter color or tone of green in the foliage instead of all dark colors. So I went for this. So we're going to use this in my sister's, in this one, like we did in my sister's. I've got out some tree pine, the rubbery textured one as well, because it is a Christmas decoration for indoors, where you can place on your cabinet, table, window, you know, on a little table in the entrance hallway, anything like that. I've also cut these down off a stem. Again, these little flocked tree pine, where they've got the little pine cones just starting to grow at the tips of it. So I've cut those down into small pieces. I've also got out some sage leaves, what I've like sugar coated. I don't know if you can see. I've cut a few smaller ones down and then left some longer ones. I won't use all of them, you know, but I just left them in the same bunch. Now, as I was going through my white things, I spotted three white little cut end bits at the bottom of the bucket in the parfavolia. So I thought we'll get those, and I'm going to get those used in this arrangement. And I did spot these also at the bottom of the bucket. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be, but they are like an off-white colour. There's your pure white and there's your ivory. So we just incorporate two different tones of white. But use this one as filler foliage, I guess. I've also just got out 3 picks. Whether I use these or not, I'm not sure. So I've got small picks with the little waxed palm where, you know, it's been to make it look like it's got snow on. And I think that's a rose hip or a pomegranate with a little bud one as well. I've also got out, I haven't cut these down. Well, I've got a few oddments in here, but the rest, I just haven't taken them out because I knew I'd got a couple of oddments in there that I want to use with my holly with the berries in red. It's not the white variegated one, it's the lime green variegated one on around the tips, because you can get it in white. And talking of parfavolia, I've got out my green one as well, and one's just come off and I can't see. Oh, there. Let me glue that on while I'm thinking about it, so then it won't come off again. Let's get that bit of glue off. So I've got my green parfavolia also, and that's what I may use some of that as well to give it a little bit of a bushy effect. And again, as you've just seen, I've got my poinsettia. So that's what we've got today. So if I just move these out of the way, I'm going to bring my camera down because I'm sitting down on this occasion today. So one moment, and I'm going to have to move my cat. He's just been hanging around me all day. Tried to climb on everything that I've got. So let me just bring it down. Like you said, Sandra, he just won't give in. He really won't. So, as much as I love him to bits, there is times, guys, when you just haven't got time to sit and fuss your pets. So, over there, young man. So this is our pine tree. So I'm going to do a bow. I think I'm going to do about 5-inch loops, but I'm going to add just a little bit extra with the tail ends because I may want those to hang over the side as well. And I'm not doing lots of loops. It's going to be quite minimal. So I think I'm going to go 12. Do I go 12 or 10? I'm going to go 10-inch with the tail end. So once I've pinched it where the 10 inches, this is if you're doing it by hand, you can do it on the bow maker. Measure 10-inch again because I'm having 5-inch loops. Fold it over like so. I think 5 will be enough, or do I go 6? Let's just have a look. I'm going 6. So we'll do it, we've gone to 12-inch on our mat. Twist. 12-inch on our mat again. Bend away from me. Place it in between our thumb and finger. To make sure they're both the same length, just place your fingers in. If they meet at the top, guys, you've done it perfect. So do I have... Right, I'm going to cut that one at 10-inch as well. I'll leave it up there for now. And I'm going to get the other one. I'll place that underneath. I tend to do it from underneath. Let's measure our tail end again, 10-inch. Place it underneath. I do. Some do it on top, but I want this one on top, so I work with that first. Oops, I nearly twisted it. Silly me. So I'm going to go 12-inch again. Place it in between my thumb and finger. And they both meet. Twist. So I'll cut this one off. again, I can cut them down my tail ends. And then I'm going to, do I add that again, or is that a bit too much? Or do I just add a little piece? I'm going to cut a little piece off, and that's it. I'm not going to do any more to it. So the red is at the back for me, and the pattern is at the front. So I'm just going to fold this bit in half, as you can see. I'm going 4" with my loop, so pinch my loop that I'm creating. I'm just going to sit it in there at the top. I haven't got myself a cable tie, guys. Oh gosh, aren't I getting naughty? So then get my cable tie, go through my fingers. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to get a bit of floral wire, pop that through the back. Just make sure it's not. And I'm pulling tight immediately because I want my loops on my bow. And just move that tail end out of the way. Quite close to each other, and I'm just going to have them like that. And this little bit where I placed the centerpiece in, now I've pulled tight on my cable tie, I can just snip that closer to the cable tie in the center, and that is what's going to hide our mechanics. So turn it over, snip this cable tie off like so. Now because I want this to go, I'm just going to twist the bow a couple of times. Because I want this bow to go into our foam, you can get a small piece. If I just find a small one, that'll do, it's white. Small piece of an old stem that you've chopped. It doesn't have to be this long. I place it at the top there, and I wrap one of these 2 pieces of wire that I've got around one way all the way down. You don't have to do it all the way down, you can just do it at the top if you wish. Nobody's going to see it, and then I go the opposite way with the other piece of wire. If you've got a floral pick machine, then lucky you guys, lucky you. We can't get them over here. So now I've got that on a pick, I will just cut that art down a little bit because I don't want it too far. And then that will go into our foam. And what I've done, I do like to swap with the ribbon. If I've got the white one here with the Christmas ornaments or baubles here, then I go diagonally with it, and with the red I go diagonally with that. So I'm just basically making a letter X in, that's all. So I've kept my tail ends like that. So we'll see how long we'll like them. So what I'm going to do is place this in here at a later stage. You know, once I started getting foliage in, because I need to get foliage in at the bottom, and I want these to hang down. You can dovetail these as well. So just fold them in half with the folded edges. Put your scissors and then go down at an angle towards the edge. And if you want a deeper set like I do, I like a deeper set dovetail, then take it quite high and your scissors. If you only want a small V in the center, then just go low to the bottom. I like it quite high. I just like that point on it. Everybody's different though. Each to their own. There's no wrong or right way or look that you should have. They're all fabulous. I do occasionally do it in the small ones as well. So I'll place that aside for now. So that's our bow just done. You know me, guys, I can't do small arrangements. It's just not well, I can do them, but when I like to do quite full arrangements, that's just my signature style. So we'll place those over there out the way. So let's start getting in some of our foliage. So let's see ivy. I may put that in last. Right, let's get some of this in. I'm going to cut this down. This is the long centerpiece. So let's just cut it at the bottom. I don't want all that on, I don't think, because it's too long. Yeah, it's too long. So it's going to be slightly like an asymmetrical arrangement, really. So I've cut it into 3. You do get more leaves on there. This is just what's left from using the one for my sister. So the longest piece here, I'm going to place up here because I want that going down. You can, if you wish, bend it to go down like so. So it goes across, down and flat. Some people just leave it like that. I like to bend it so it's draping, you know, on the surface. So let me put a better point, a 45-degree cut with your snippers. And I'm going on top with this. I'm not placing it here. I'm just going on top in at an to where the first leaf comes off of the main stem. And then I'm just getting here where the edge of my foam is, and I'm just going to bend it down there as well. Got a little piece that comes off at the side. That one's needs to be the other way round. It's what's twisting, if you can. Yeah. So now I've got that just sitting as it comes down. I've bent it at the top. You can keep manipulating it and bending it so it sits flat on the surface. We'll bring this one up a little bit here, like that, to make it look quite full. I'm going to place this one at the back. I may cut it small because I don't want the back trailing out like we have done at the front. So I just want it smaller at the back. So I'm going to place one in that corner, get the other one, place in this corner. Wipe any excess glue. So I've just placed those there. I don't want it too far. Oh, I have got a bag on the floor what's got some flocked foliage in case I decide I want to use that as well. I am covered in blue strings. put this one down as well. It's 2. And I'm going to place that just in front of the tree. And I'm leaving it slightly up so it's not flat because I want that volume. So I'm leaving that slightly higher. And I'm going to place this one actually in between here. So it's got it at the back there. So we've got that effect so far. I'm going to use the conifer down the bottom as well. I may use the odd one at the top. And I want to place this down here as well. Just cut those stems down. I thought I'd cut all the stems shorter. Never mind. So I'm going to go at an angle, sliding it inwards. I'm not going vertical or horizontal, and that's just so it sits in that position. If you go horizontal like so, is in your or vertical, you've got to place it like that and then bend it. So it's better to just place it in like so and slide it at an angle, and then it's positioned in that position where it's facing downwards, so there won't be any need to bend it. I'm going to lift the centre one slightly up because the centre one's got wire in it, so I'm going to lift that slightly up to give it movement. Well, I thought I'd chopped all these down. I couldn't be that prepared, could I? And then I'm going to place one on top and just go down. So you've got that slightly leaning over as well. Just place that one and bring that leaf of the conifer that side. So like that. So it's spread apart like that at the front. I'll just bring one. I may have to get another bunch out. And again, I'm doing the same thing, placing it in at an angle so then it points down that way without having to manipulate it. Let's just see with this. I may have that on the back and have the bow here. I think I will. Let's just cut it at an angle. That's better. I'm going to get some more conifer in a moment. I'm going to just place this in. And we're just going to go here. There. Can't really see. So that's how that looks, just sat on the back. So I'm going to place this then. top. So I may have to get some more conifer. That's only got one stem on it, so I don't want to use that. Let me just grab another one. I'll cut them short. And on this side, I'm not going to go down like that. I'm going to bring this one around here because I want some around the back as well. So I'm going to point these ones towards the poinsettia. And again, I can spread it out. So and use the main stem to manipulate. So we've got it like that. So if I grab one more. So if you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going just here, sliding at an angle again. So it's coming this way. And I'm just lifting up that centre one with the wire in, just to give it more movement, if it works. There we go. So that's given it more movement. I don't know whether I want one underneath. Yeah, let's get another one in. And what I'm going to do with this one, place it under here. I just want to give it a little bit of movement on the bottom. I'm not placing it on top. I just want to push it right in the centre at the bottom as far as it will go. And then just spread the leaves out slightly. So you've got some of the conifer incorporated, what's at the front, at the back also. So I'm going to add in some of our tree pine. Just cut these down. And I'm just going to manipulate the stem, move it to the right, move it to the left, and just do that. So it's all going forward and backwards as well. So it's not just flat like that. So I'm going to bring this one under as well. And again, I'm going in at an angle because I want it pointing out towards the corner. So what I'm doing is just going right in the corner one, going at an angle. And then I'm just bending it slightly here so it's got the movement, so it's not flat. So now with this one, I'm not going to stick it like that. I'm going to go this way, and place it in the back here so it doesn't stick out too far there. So I'm coming further back with the stem. Let me just cut that stem a little bit shorter. So I'm just going here. And it's coming to the side again. So it's just covering that area there. And then I'll do the same on the opposite. So that's filling that side in as well. So I'm going to come a little bit more forward. I don't know. I may place these two at the top. So we'll cut these down. Again, I don't want to overcrowd the tree, the pine tree. So I'm going to go in the same direction as the conifer and just lift it slightly as well. Again, move it to the left and to the right to give that movement. And then just bend it. Let's move it slightly that way. There. So I've got the ivy. I'm going to come out from the sides with some of the ivy as well. So I'm cutting these down into smaller pieces to start with. So let's get two. And I'm going to place these here, coming down. I want one at the back. Again, just put a bit of movement in your stem so it looks more of a natural look. So just bend it to the left and the right, or the right and the left. And I'm going to go here, near the top with it. And that's coming out like that. So I want to place one. Do I have to place it like that? It's going to have to be, I'll cut it there. So I'm going to place this one under here again. In fact, I may just have one strand of ivy by itself instead of bringing any other foliage up to meet up with it. Just have that one strand. Just slightly, not too much, but just slightly longer. So it's there. And then I've got this one here I want at the front, because I want the length at the front more than anywhere else. So I'm going to go under here. So we've got that. I've got glue right on the corner of my finger and I can't feel my finger because of it. Isn't that weird? So there we have the length there. Now with these pine, if I can just get them off. Because they're only small, because I've cut them into small pieces off the stem, I'm going to bring some up above, right in front here. Just in these two gaps, I need some. Place that there. And just open them out a little bit. Got a prong on that one. Place the other one here as well. See. So that's like that. So we've got those there. I want to bring one up here near the front. And I'm going to bring some around the back as well. So if I just place that one there. And let's go around the back. And I want to place some on the corners here. So if I do that, just bend the stem a little bit. And again, I'm going the opposite way to how I place the others in. The wood's in the way, so I can't push it as hard. Again, mix your bit of your greenery in with your poinsettia so it looks like it's growing through it. And then I want the other one here as well. Let's get the right way up. And then I've got one more piece. I may bring that here. I've got to take into consideration we have that bow. So I'm going to place that bow in next. And place that like so. So that's how it's looking from the back, where the poinsettia is. And that's how it's looking from the front. You can put your own little Christmas lights on. I've not got any spare. The ones I've got are all spoken for. So with the bow, I want that in here somewhere. And I want that to sit there. So let's get some glue on it. I'm going to bend it down so I don't get any glue on it. Oh, cut it. Let's cut it at an angle first, guys. Naughty me. Let's get some glue. Right. So now we have to adjust. So that one goes over there. Let's incorporate some of our tail ends with the foliage and spread it over. Give it that long feel of the florals, the bow, the loops going over. That one's in the wrong place. Bring that one down there, that tail end. So what I've done with the tail ends, I've put one in, if you think of it as a square, I've put one in each corner. So I've got the red opposite the red, and then I've got the Christmas ornaments or baubles opposite the Christmas, opposite each other. And it's same with the bows. I've got red going here and then those going there, and then we've got that as a centerpiece for our mechanics. So we will now work all around that. I mean, we do have our picks, which I think I'm going to place those there. So I'll place 2 in. I don't think I need 3 unless I bring one down there. So let's just cut that a little bit. So I'm going to place those in here as well. You can manipulate the picks however you'd like them to sit. Do it with this one as well, so we'll just cut that one. And I'm going to go as well, just in here. Again, and you can manipulate these however you'd like them to sit, and have those at each side. And again, I do have, I've got the elastic band still around this. I still have this one. Now, do I place it under here, or do I place it at the front? I think I'm going to place it at the front. So we'll go under here again. Oh, I've just pulled off this. I've just pulled off the pomegranate. Oh my goodness, how silly am I? Let's just get some glue around it and stick it back on. Oh gosh, where's, oh, it's there. So we've got that. So we have that. Now I've got a bit of this white, Parthavolia, if I can get it out. And I think, because I've got 3 pieces, I may place one and bring one white at the back here. And I can bring one there, somewhere around here. I could do that. So let's get, do I place one of those, or I may place one of these at the back. So then I could bring this. Oh, I don't like that there. Let me just place these 2 in to start with. I'll think about that one. I definitely want these in here. Again, I've placed them at an angle, so they're going towards the front. I think that one's a bit far back. Let's just do that one again. we've got the, excuse me. Now I'm going to, yeah, because at the back, I've got just a little gap here. So what I'm wanting to, that's the reason I changed my mind, because these are slightly, you know, the porphyria are just slim and slender. These have got 3 little sprigs on them. So that will just fill in there. So I'm going to place one of these in at the back. I lift up and just place that there, look. So that's just hiding that and putting a little, filling that little gap in. So you've got a little bit of foliage there as well. So I'm going to place some up above. So let's cut. I'm just going to lift up. Oh, I've pulled that one off as well. Oh my giddy aunt, what am I like? Oh my goodness. There we go. So I've got one that side. So I'm going to go here. Just lift up that leaf. Bring that from being flat. We don't want that flat. So bring that in there. So that's like that. And again, just incorporate some of your leaves around your bow. So do I bring, yeah, I'm going to place and put these a bit further down, like as depth. I don't want these sticking out too much. We need to stop, you know, cover the mechanics. I don't think that'll look, no, that looks too odd. Right, I want to get a bit of holly. Again, this arrangement, as I stated from the beginning, is more foliage than anything. Because I like to be able to show people, and also, you know, I have customers what don't like to go out of the traditional theme. They prefer to stay in that theme, and they're not one for many flowers. They prefer more foliage, the rustic look, you know, the foresty look. They seem to, you know, there's a few like that. I don't mind, I like that as well. Because I like green. So let's just manipulate this over it. So it's just giving that. What I'm doing is oops a daisy, the tree's caught me. Under here, I'm just adding, again, going in at an angle so it leans forward, some of our holly with the berries. I don't know whether to place one there. Yeah, I'm going to place one there. It looks quite pretty. Just move that leaf. In fact, let me just pull it out. I'm gonna, because that's moving. So I may place a bit either side. Have I got another piece? Yes. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to place a bit either side here. Let's pull that up. And then I'm going to place one. This side as well. Oh, my cat's starting. Oh, mind you, it is his feed time. Because it is 4 o'clock here. Now I've got one where it's plain holly. Now I'm going to use a variegated just to give it that different texture. Well, not texture. Contrast against all the other leaves. Now do I? I'm going to place something else there. I'm going to keep back with those again. Let's have a look at, where's the small ones that I cut? Oh, here we go. Just again, something to soften it, bring that soft texture. So I'm going to bring these under here. Just there to give that lovely soft feel. And then I do on the opposite side as well. So it gives off the same feel. How pretty. I don't know whether to bring, I don't want to hide. I've got to cover the tape where the tree is. I may now there. Do I? Yes. So let's grab wherever they all are. I know I got some out this morning. I may have placed them in another bag. Let's just have a look in the other bag. I can see them yet. They're in here. So let's just cut these down. And I'm going to place a few of these like in that gap here. I want to just cover those areas up. Let's get the glue. I can hear one cat on the roof. I've got Marley in here. I may place one of those down there. just to use again to take down the back. Oh my goodness, what we've got near the front. Just a little bit, okay, not too much. I do have these others in here as well. These are dusted, and as soon as you pull one out, it's slightly bigger, and they're dusted, and as soon as you move them, the dust comes off. So I could place, with those being slightly bigger in there, but they'll cut it right down the stem, and then place and then just bend that over like so. What I'm going to do to cover the top of the wood, let me just get this one in as well, because I can see a gap here. Bend, and I'm bending the top of it so it looks like it's starting to lean over. Let me just, where's that? I used it. Let's have a look. I've got this ivy here. I'm going to sit that, excuse me, sit that along the top. And this is hiding our mechanics. I did have some others. I can't think what I've done with them. Do I use? Because they are quite... No. I need something flat. I've got some, I know what I've got here, what I was using and cut too many of. I could use these instead. I've got some hops that I cut too many of and I didn't need them all, so I just put them over there. I could place that in there and cover that like so. That would be better. So get that off. I may place that one round like that. And then I'd have to leave, lift up my, with the foliage, and place the foliage underneath. And I'd have to go around. I'm just testing it first, guys, just to make sure. Oh, I thought I pulled a flower off then. They're hot. Let me get that prong off. And then the one here. Here, and I could use that bit of ivy if it's still got a bit of gap. So I'm going to place these in, and then these can cover the wood, and I'm just placing them upright with the stem, and then I'm going to weave in the foliage underneath, cover at the top. So I'm just going to go move around as we go. Go underneath the tree with that. I'm going to place something here. I may take that conifer out. It's just not sitting correctly. So that's that one. And then this one. I think I've got I've got a couple more up there as well. And then this. Here. Let's just use something, this last bit of ivy I cut off. I could place that there. That's just to hide the mechanic. One here. Right, this isn't long enough, so I'm going to place these on a pick. Oops, wrong way round. Silly me. Oh, can you hear my cat? Oh, he cries like a baby. Even though he is my baby. But, oh my goodness, guys. When he cries, oh. Now, the other cat, if she cries, she'll cry once or twice to let you know. And then she'll just wait. Marley will constantly cry until you just stop what you're doing. So let's get this in right here where I can see a gap. There. So now that is bugging me. I'm gonna take it out. So do I place in that instead? Yeah, I'm going to put a berry in. Drape that over. And use that as your little centerpiece. So I don't want that one. Let's just cut that down. So I've got a bit of the white, shall I don't want to add too much in of white. I want it to be more green. Oh, I didn't put that in yet, guys. Did I add a little bit of the parthavolia in green? Let me take one stem off, because I don't need really much anymore. We're just on as looking for where I can see a little bit, and I think, well, we could do with something there. I'll have a look at the other side as well. I don't know where to hold. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, I can see it. It's the same position. It needs something there, because I can still see the mechanic on this little area. And I can see it there. I'm going to place that one there. So all I'm basically doing now is just filling in where I can see little gaps that I feel that it's needed. I'm going to bring one here as well with a bit of filler foliage. So that's all covered. That is our project for today. A little table display, just to place, you know, on your table at Christmas time. Again, I like to take into consideration that not everybody likes the same thing, which is the truth. And also, some people prefer traditional instead of the whimsical, the candy cane. It's not just a specific age group that like the traditional. You know, my sister, she likes the traditional, and she's younger than me. So it's not, you know, there's people out there who like traditional, who like whimsical, who just like, you know, minimalistic arrangements. Some don't like to have all the full, you know, excuse me, candy canes with, or the pink candy canes, or the ice blue arrangements. They just prefer, and there's nothing wrong in it, they are all as beautiful as each other in their own way. Just like you and I, guys, beautiful in our own way. I've just gone and broke that. Oh my good gracious me. And this would make a lovely arrangement, sat either in your entrance hallway as you walk in, Again, you could put lights on, little fairy lights on. You could stick a little star on top. I've not got one at the moment on me. I didn't get one out. Let me just move these out of the way. I've just found another piece of holly loose, so I'm going to stick that in. I'll get it in there. Where's it? I don't know where to grab. Place that in there with that. So I'm just going to wipe away the mess. And again, sorry, I forgot what I was saying. You could place it on your table, on a cabinet, in your entrance hallway, in your window, you know, even on your, because it's a 360 degrees, you can have it on your table when you're having your Christmas lunch, or even a little snack at Christmas after your lunch, or for anything like that. You can, you know, just place it somewhere pretty, somewhere where you can all get the benefit from and enjoy it. Can you hear him, guys? I try not to give him any attention when he's crying, because he's just, there's nothing I can do when I'm, so he's going to have to just wait. So we've used, like I say, our bow. I haven't used many loops, just 4 loops of each and the one in the centre. Left that, you could put little baubles or Christmas ornaments on, you know, the little tiny ones. You could sort of like glue a few of those on, or use some pipe cleaners and attach around the main trunk of the tree. I've got glue on here where I've passed and it's caught. One moment. That's what he does, guys. He just cries and cries, and it does start frustrating me. Sorry about that. So yeah, and then you can place little lights on and things like that, baubles, Christmas ornaments, or little bows, whichever. You can make your own little bows up and place them on. But from this angle, looking down, that's what you've got. Isn't that pretty? And it's coming to a slight point at the front, and it's got a smaller point at the back, where it's more rounded at the back. On the front, we've made it so it's coming like you would with a swag, where it's round at the top and it comes to the point, a teardrop shape. But that's a 360 degrees arrangement, but would look pretty in anybody's house. I actually quite like that myself. Let me just put up the camera, guys. I'll just place it up there. So yes, so if I hold it again, you may see it better. So we've got it like that. We've spread each tail end. Again, I've left them longer, so one can go in there, one like the letter X with the tail ends. And I haven't widened these loops, you know, to be far apart from each other. I want them virtually around each other, but just with giving them their own space, but not too much, because I want that just bow here. I don't want it to be a round bow just sat there. I wanted to just sort of like bring them just a couple of loops either side and have the tail ends spreading across. And then so that looks really pretty. Again, if you want, you could add a few berries in up here, because it does, I've just done that, and it looks like it's missing a bit of red. So you could, I've got berries. Oh, I'll just have to grab the first ones that come out. Oh, if I can reach them. Again, you could, oh, I've just pulled that off the stem. You could place in a few berries here as well. So I think it's missing something red above. We don't want it too dark, you know, too green. Got to have a bit of colour to liven it up. You've got that with your bow at the front, and then you've also got your with your poinsettia at the back. So let's bring a little up above. Where's my clippers? And just incorporate that red colour. So if I just I will show it you once I've done. If I can, I can't see. Put that up there. I'm just going to put a couple in, guys. I have to try and see where the wood is. I don't want to hit the wood. I may bring one there. So, and that doesn't, you know, even if at the end and you've noticed like I just have, that something's amiss, you know, don't be afraid to add a little bit more if you know, you think it's needed. And by adding just these little few berries, it just gives off that little extra finish to it. I thought my clippers weren't. Now I'm going to place one at the back as well, just above the poinsettia. Just hold it that way. Yeah, see, just by adding that little bit of red with your berries, that's just giving it that little extra touch to it than just being plain green above, because you've got your red here, you've got your red at the bottom in your holly, and around the side you've got your pomegranates that are red, and then you've got your red poinsettia, and there was just nothing red around the tree on top. So when I held it like that, I spotted there was colour missing. We needed colour. So just by adding that colour, that's added some little extra, well, made it look much better, should I say. So that is, again, now our project finished. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I sure did. I like doing things, you know, when you get to do a lot of wreaths or swags, as much as I love doing, I mean, swags are my favourite, but as much as I love doing them, every now and again, just to do something different, it's lovely. You know, it's like anything really. If there was change in anything and you just slightly did something different, it's a great feeling. So, and I like that. So I love making arrangements. So I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope you had a wonderful time watching the video. And to my sister, no, you're not having it. It's not your colours. So Let somebody else have it. I will be starting my sister's stuff tomorrow. I may end up doing a video where I'm doing her, I don't know whether to do it in the garland because it can take a while, or I may just do, I don't know, we'll have to see. I may do just the tree topper as well, who knows, we'll see. I may think of something else. Anyway, please subscribe, share and like. To the world, to everybody who you know, to your brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, to your mum, dad, aunt, uncle, cousins, long distance cousins. I can't think of anything. Granny, granddad, anybody. Just to basically, you know, to get my business recognised, and just so it's, I keep thinking there's elastic band there. It's not, it's part of the thing. Just to help my business grow, guys, that's all. And again, I hope that I inspire you to create something wonderful for yourselves, or to sell, or for a gift to somebody. And it gives you some wonderful ideas. Obviously, you'll make your own. You've got your own signature style. You'll add your own little touch to it, and I'm sure it'll be wonderful. You know, keep up your great work, guys. You're all wonderful. You're just part of my life and my family, and I love it. So have a great day, and I hope, Lorraine, that you that the garland helped you, and again, you wasn't being cheeky. I don't mind. To be quite honest, I am honoured you wanted to see it. It really touched me that you wanted to see it, so thank you. So have a wonderful day, guys. And if it's cold where you are, again, I say this every winter, if it's cold where you are, please wrap up safe and stay warm as much as you can. So take care, everybody. God bless, good health, and I love you all, and keep your comments coming. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Right, let's just have a little look at a close-up. There's the tree, look. It's got like little glittery, like, I think it's supposed to represent a bit of ice set on the tree before the main snow. But there's the berries that I added in, the red berries. And there's our lovely ribbon. And the one with the Christmas ornaments or baubles. There's the hops that we added in. Our ivy here. There's the dusted pine needles. And then we've got our tree pine, our conifer, a bit of our green parfavolia, and then we've got some of this filler. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's supposed to be ruscus or something. And then we've got a bit of our white parfavolia here as well. And again, our holly with the berries underneath. There's the picks where it's got the pomegranates on and the flocked, and then some flocked pine needles. And this is the foliage that I purchased, what looks quite realistic, and that's in my sister's. I shown it her last night and she liked it. So we've got some the little pine cones. Look at those guys. Aren't they just so cute and divine? I love them. So, and again, your beautiful red velvet poinsettia with the sequins on as well. So I hope you had a wonderful time and it's inspired you to do something yourself. Again, it's come out big. Well, I say big. To me, it's not that big. But looking on the camera, it does look big. So, but again, place some lights on it. Again, I've not got none because mine is spoken for. But you could place some lights on, some little bows out of the tiny ribbon that you can get, which I've got as well. Or some Christmas ornaments or baubles, anything like that. Or a little bit of tinsel, thin tinsel. You can get it on a roll. It's about just a bit thicker than what twine is, but it's glittery. It's a bit like the thickness of the pipe cleaners, but you can get it on a roll. So again, have a wonderful day, guys. All the best. Take care, everybody. I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.